Hey guys, Keith from Boys Life here, and I'm at the Richardson Bike Mart. And today Dana's going to demonstrate what to do when you have a flat tire. So, Dana?
Hi, Keith. Okay, it looks like I've got a flat. You can see it just goes right to the rim. So first thing I've got to do is shift it into the highest gear back here. And now I'm going to unloosen the brake. It's got a quick release brake on here. Take the rear wheel off. I can just lay the bike right down with the gears up. And I've got to get all the air out of this tire. Got to be sure to get all the air out. It'll make it easier to get the tire off of the rim. And to get the tire off, I always start here at the valve stem. Kind of push that up in there a little bit. Squeeze the tire down flat where it'll sit down into the well of the rim. Shove all that slack to the bottom. Hopefully I'll get enough room there to pull the tire off. Yeah, that was pretty easy. And now here's the old tube. That's got a hole in it, so I'm going to replace it with a new one. But before I put the new one in there, I want to make sure that there's nothing still stuck in the tire like a thorn or a nail or something. So I'll go all the way around, feel and make sure that I don't see anything sticking out. No glass cuts or anything like that in there. Make sure if I do run across something, I dig it out of there. All the way around at least once. Now the tube touches the tire, so that could cause a hole in the tube, but it also touches the rim strip. If this were to get pulled over, you can see that there's some sharp edges under there. So I want to make sure that that's nice and flat and square and has all the spoke heads covered up. You can see I carried a few things with me like tire levers and a new tube. You can see it's really flat when it comes out. I want to put a little bit of air in there so I've got some shape to it. I'm going to use this little CO2 cartridge. You could also use a frame pump, but I'm going to use a cartridge because it's much faster. Now I'll slide the tube inside the tire. Us mechanics always line it up with a reference mark on the sidewall of the tire. And I'm going to put the valve hole through the valve stem through the valve hole. Install half of the tire at a time. Put the tube inside there. And then I'll start at the valve stem again and put the other half of the tire on. Now I'll finish airing it up. Gotta put a little pressure in there. And then I want to check it real quick and make sure that the tire is seated on the rim, that it's not trying to hop off anywhere. Looks good on both sides. I'll go ahead and finish topping the pressure off. Alrighty, that feels good. I'll go ahead and put the valve cap back on. Then I'll reinstall it on the bicycle. I got to put the brake back together. And I'm ready to go.
Oh, very nice. Thanks, Dana. And we'll have more tips for you on boyslife.org.